I know it's not an American car. Pretty much American car, dyed-in-the-wool guy. I was kind of convinced to do this because 4 doors, I could take 4 veterans, manual transmission, super cheap, don't care if I stick it in the wall. Lots of aftermarket support, don't need a lot of power with drifting. Hear me out, okay? Alright, so look, hey, it's blue, and we can get it to go with the blue car team right here. Alright, so that was Georgie's. Georgie here, grab the camera. I'm going to pull this turd out, and then we're going to look at it in all of its glory.
So it does run?
It does run.
Okay.
Okay, so it had mold, all over the inside, and he cleaned it up a bit. All right, I appreciate that, but it's still very funky. It does have coilovers. That's the only modification. So
no, we got BC
Racing coilovers, so that's the deal. I mean, that's got to go. I'm a no sticker kind of guy unless it's a Fasterproms sticker.
Or a what do you say? Vintage collectible.
It's a vintage collectible sticker, okay? Shut up, George. Hope you let the key in here.
Oh yeah, duking it up, huh?
Back door
Shimmy on in there.
Dukes of Hazzard style.
Fire this hog up, man. Did you say run or ran?
Ran. Mid off the curve. Whoa! So quiet.
Oh. Purrs like a kitten. Oh.
Alright, so these 2 windows don't work.
Okay.
Is this thing gonna make some power?
Not very much.
Straight to the dyno, huh? What a beaut.
No, not a beaut.
Is that leather?
Hey, look, so I saved a little bit of money. I got this car for a little bit off. All right, so got probably about $1.50. No, I'd say $2.27 off. It was a bargain.
Nice. Plus some chapstick.
It leaves a little bit to be desired on the looks. Okay, it's not about the looks here. Okay, a lot of stuff is gonna get torn up. So look, my friend Jeb in North Carolina has a delete for the sunroof here. This thing, believe it or not, is like, it's about 45 to 50 pounds. Crazy amount of weight. So it's this crazy different apparatus. We'll probably lose all of this junk. It's got an air pump, it's got spare tire. I want to keep a log list of all the parts that we take off weight-wise. So let's, I think I know how to pop the hood, I'm not sure. Oh, it's got some 6 months old 87 octane. We have to put 93 in it, so do we have 93?
I believe so.
All right, good. So, here we go. Check out this awesome catch can here deal. This was done by the gentleman that owned it before him, so it leaks out there. We're gonna put a cold air on that and see what that does. So whatever you do, it's kind of like, it's mini power of a V8. So if normally we put a cold air on, it's like 15 horsepower. On this, it's gonna be like 5, because it's like Pikachu. So this is a little itty bitty thing. It's the plugs are probably 190,000 miles stock. Clutch, 190,000 miles stock. So we're gonna have to do something about all that. And you know, eventually, if everything goes all right, maybe we can change the bumper or something. But I mean, if it's going to be a drift car, chances are it's going to have a messed up bumper by me or whoever else is driving it messing up. I do want to try and do something with the lights if we can do something with that. It's got a nice stance. You got to say, look, that the coilovers on it, it sits pretty good for what she is.
Really well too.
It really does handle well. Honestly, like, he took me for a ride and I was like, wow, that's very little body roll. I drove it and that tire's a little low.
Wheels are almost perfect on it too.
Oh, I got another set of wheels for free today.
Nice.
So those are just like burners off of a 328i. So I wanted to thank Gary, who's BMW specialist, and he gave me a 391 diff. So we don't need a lot of power. Just need to be able to spin the tires sideways. That's all it is.
Looking like too nice of a car to beat up.
That's what I was kind of thinking, but it's like we're gonna beat it up. It'll be fun. So we got all our takeoff exhaust. So guys, I'm a hoarder, all right? I mean, Laz knows it. George is new here, but he knows it. I'm a hoarder, all right? So I got all sorts of exhaust pieces. I got all sorts of other parts that we got. And so, oh, look at that stands right there, yeah. But she's a little moldy, but all right, anyway, look, back to, I am a hoarder. I've got all sorts of exhaust pieces that are we're going to basically make the exhaust system while I'm up there out of town for a little bit. I bought a $100 header off of eBay. $100 for a header. Like, I mean, as a vet guy, we're used to like $1,700 headers and stuff like that. It's like, ouch. But yeah, we got a $100 header. It's probably Chinese, you know, and just need good fuel. So let's put some good fuel in it. We'll get her on the dyno. Let's check it. Oh, here's the other thing too. The catch can leaks a bunch, and there was oil down there on the header. The header is the most pathetic thing you've ever seen. So guys, they say you don't pick up much with bolt-ons, but we're gonna do it anyway. The header is basically a tri. It's like it's only about this big, this long, and it goes down at 90-degree angles. It's super, super ugly. In no way is it efficient whatsoever, but we're gonna throw our little eBay header on there and do full exhaust, and we'll dyno it, see what it does. That's gonna be stage 2 or 3. But right here now, we're just checking it out, doing a walk around, looking at everything. They say 300 horsepower drifting wise is all you need with this car, and I believe it. It just needs quick response. We got 390 gears. I think this is gonna be a hell of a lot of fun. So we're gonna show you how to have a super, super budget drift car, of which I don't even know what I'm talking about totally yet. So we know a lot about making power. This is not the normal deal. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
Show them your shifter there.
Oh yeah, the shifter is wonky. It's got a Delrin handle. So my buddy Jeb up there makes a shifter. So I mean, we can be in gear. So look, we're in gear. We've got that much play. We're gonna fix that. Need a drift brake. We'll be able to do that. He has that as a package.
Do we use this on BMWs?
We can. In fact, actually, no. It's a good thing James.
That works on BMW.
Yeah. It's a good thing James isn't around, because probably making a dyno pull, and all of a sudden we got some rod knock. Georgie,
Hey.
how much power is she gonna make?
Oh. 3.0?
Yeah. That's 180 cubic inches if you are not familiar.
80, all right. 175.
Dang, that's insulting.
I
Laz.
don't know horsepower per cubic inch.
Okay.
180.
Okay. You know, I think you're right. I'm gonna, look, I've heard, no, again, is this a tired horse or not? So that's gonna be the question. So we are dynoing this pig today. We're gonna find out how much this thing makes. Baseline, this is gonna be stock. We're gonna put a cold air on it, see what the tune is. Oh shoot, we gotta put 93 in it. We haven't done that yet. So we gotta throw some 93 in it. It's got some 6-month-old, 87 octane. We're gonna see how much power this pig makes, but I'm gonna go with 185. Let's do it. There's a lot of hoopla going on back here. What the heck did you find, Laz?
What is this? What?
Well,
That's not what it was.
got a detail brush. And I think you heard this.
Oh yeah.
13 millimeter.
If that was a
Brass
10
one?
millimeter though, that would be like finding another unicorn. It'd be like a platypus unicorn put together. What else we got in here? All right, so this is where we're gonna start pulling weight out.
17.
Oh dang!
What is this? What?
Oh, we got a 10.
10.
Hell yes,
Wow.
dude. We got a toolkit and we got $2.27 so far. All right, let's get this thing on here. Put some 93 in there and send it. Game on.
I have the Jeremy patented.
Ooh, look at
9
you.
o'clock.
All right, now can you go 1.5 feet high without spilling? Are you feeling it? 2 feet.
I get the shakes.
You are getting the shakes. Look at that.
I'm getting the shakes. I'm scared.
All right. We got enough oil on the header already. All right, let's not risk it any. All right, so we put a little bit of this stuff. We got our Lucas stop leak up in there. One little up in there, and yeah, that what?
It's kind of dark.
It's got. Yeah, it's. We're gonna throw some of that thickness. This is like some cold honey, is what it's like.
Did you put that in already?
I did. I just put a little in there. We're gonna see what we got. And that should be coolant there. Again, totally alien car to us. You know, there's some Chevy boys right here. Well, as the Jeep guy, but it's a little.
What is this?
Is that like a hydrometer or something? It's like your density is now. I don't know. Is that supposed to be attached to that?
No.
What the hell is that's like? Let's make it.
Do you have the owner's manual?
No, I don't know. So this has this ECU. It's an MS43. That's the ECU that is actually very favorable for, or what Jordan said from Arcade Tunes. He said, "Hey, that is the most desirable ECU for doing turbocharging." So we can be able to run this car eventually on full E85, turbo it, throw as much as maybe 16 pounds at it, and he says 450 wheel is very obtainable, and that would be a blast on this thing. All right, guys, so we do have an electric fan on this. I thought this one came with a fan clutch, but no, we do have an electric fan, but the fan wasn't totally secure, so it was actually rubbing into where the AC is down there. We are trying to remount it and make sure it sticks in the receiving holes for that. We're going to be able to check out our blow-by because this is our valve cover, and it's going to see how much vapor is getting pushed out. Simple, very basic note is the larger the motor, the more blow-by you're going to have, the more RPMs you're pushing, the more blow-by you're going to have. So think of blow-by as a small percentage of what is leaking by the piston rings, kind of as like a health check for the engine. So we're going to see what's going on with this car. We're going to be able to see our blow-by coming out of right there, even with the fan, but we're going to check that out. I'm looking forward to see what the air filter is going to do and if we can make any small improvements in the induction. All right, so learning the ropes on the BMW here. First time BMW's ever been on this dyno. Got our tack lead set up. We've even, in the downtime while Laz was getting some gas, we made our cold air right there. So that is ready to go on with the quickness. Checking the blow-by, looks a little bit, not too bad, honestly. I'm not really worried about it. So let's see what we got here. We're gonna run it, probably do maybe 2 back-to-back runs. Let's pull that thing out in between runs, and that's just another but a leaker. I think that thing's just like got the bottom wide open and it's not doing anything now. So let's run with it. Because that was supposed to be the 1-to-1 ratio. The blow-by actually looks pretty significant. So we're gonna run it anyway, but like let's do that again in 4th. I know that the fuel hasn't totally blended yet. That had to be just 87 octane. Let's try it again. Was the goal 200. I've never been so happy to make 200. It's super weird. Right, so I can't see it from here. So Laz, was it knocking?
Yeah, there was very small knock throughout that whole pull. Where in 5th gear, there was one big knock at high RPM.
Okay, so guys, if it's knocking, you see like you go watch the plume of the exhaust and it puffs and all that. So right now, let me check that. I pulled that to 6,500. So that's a really good start. I'm happy with that. 193 is where we're at. Let's run it one more time. We're gonna see what it does, and then we'll put the cold air on it, and I think we should be able to lean out. If that works, we'll take the screen out of the mass air and maybe do some tweaking there. So I mean, if we can pick up if we can make 200, that would be something good. Hell yeah. All right, let's try it again. This thing is smoking! Look at that. Super modified, quick pit stop, and go! Alright, so hey, don't want to lose your hand in there, but alright, so we made our cold air. Let's look at that mass air. Okay, so check this out with the dyno. That has got a decent amount of a grid in there. We're going to put our cold air on there and see what we pick up. It had a K&N as advertised on the top there, Laz. You didn't see the big old K&N. There you go. See, it was K&N equipped. We're gonna put that pig right on there. Should lean it out if it's anything like an LS1 at all, and hopefully don't lean it out too much because we want to take the screen out of this puppy, and there might be about 2 more horsepower in there. So let's see what we can do. Okay, first modification complete. Let's turn the fan on and run it back. All right, so first mods, weight savings. Spare tires coming out now. Probably never to be seen again. George, has anybody called you a wingnut before?
No, just you.
Okay. Didn't really call you one yet, but I think I've been called a wing nut. Anytime I see a wing nut, it just comes back. Those deep inner scars. Look at that.
Wow.
That's like off a Geo Metro or something. Crazy rich. We're like off the chart rich right there. Pulling way more in the mass airflow. Lost power. That's only because it's so rich. So we can throw in some E85 or we can gut the mass air. So I'd say we gut the mass air and we'll see what happens. So we're gonna trick it some. Yeah, let's do it, man.
We're gonna cut it off?
No, we're gonna like cut up the mass air and then it'll read less. So here's the game plan. If we cut up the mass air, here, let's go this way. If we cut up the mass air is going to see less air. See, the map is seeing a ton more air now. So it's really, really, really rich. We're going to cut it so that it's not. Dude, that's a decent amount of blow-by. I can't help it. Like, I'm just like, dang. Yeah, she's healthy. She's healthy, I guess. All right.
Let's tune it.
This is the redneck tuning here. Okay, so normal deal on an LS car is we pop this out, and it is a small restriction in the induction.
Clamps.
So close. There we go. I wanted to try and preserve it just in case I make a mistake. Since we can't tune this car, this is what we're doing to try and adjust air fuel wise.
You're gonna stab yourself.
Yeah, I think I might.
There you go.
You gotta be smarter than what you're working with, but that's a problem sometimes.
It's out. Get it from the front.
Oh, horsepower.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna pull this feller out.
Oh.
Not that that's gonna do much. All right, let's see what we do.
Let's check it out. Let's check it out.
So you could also effectively change the orifice or take this mass air out and it goes in a larger housing, which will see less air, and that will in effect send a proportionate amount less fuel in. So there we go. Let's try it out.
Do we want to clean this?
No. Because we want it to read less.
Now, are we going to offer this intake on the Fasterproms website or
No,
no?
this is not going on the
fully
not
custom
going on the website. This is a one-off custom piece.
High profile.
I can't wait to build this customer.
He's gonna get a pounding. Probably do one more pull. So we took out that honeycomb and it was like lean, and then it went rich at the top. Like 40% different air fuel. I don't know why necessarily yet. We're gonna try and run it back again and see what happens, but we're getting our baseline and trying to understand what happens. So we might have this tuned, but we're gonna put the exhaust on next step. We got a lot of maintenance stuff that we gotta do on this thing. But hey, we don't even know what we're doing necessarily. It's like we're playing around with basic stuff that we know makes a difference. We're gonna try it again. So we did make a bunch more torque. It made 203 pound-feet of torque. That's the best it's made. We did make a lot less. Whoa, hey.
I don't know what's going on.
Tripping out, bro. So it made a little bit less peak power, but we made a lot more power underneath. Let's look at this versus the. Hold on just a second here. Let's see what we got. So. All right. So we made better power pretty much up until about 4,800. After 4,800, we lost a bit of power because it was, well, it seemed just too lean. But let's just see what we got. We're gonna keep trying. So guys, this will be our last pull on this. We're gonna try and learn something from it. I don't know if we actually had spark knock, but it's an interesting setup. We're making more torque and then it drops down. I think that has to do with where the intake valves change because it has a variable length runner. It goes from a shorter or a longer runner to a short runner. And we're making more torque and it has a stair step down. So let's see what we got.
It's
Well, we're making more bottom end power. So that time it was like underneath 4,900 RPM. We made more power, and then we're still just like, it's just a little bit off on the top. So what's interesting, like if this is set up like a GM car, the more load that it sees, the less spark advance it might have. That is a very real possibility. So it might not, but hey, more bottom end torque is still good. This is just the beginning, and hey, like I said, we don't even know what we're doing. We're just having some fun with this goofy thing. We're gonna do a lot more stuff coming at it very, very shortly. Let's check out our blow by and all that, and kind of wrap this thing up. Well, it's been fun. This thing, I took it out, did a couple donuts in it. It will do a donut, it will do a burnout. It's definitely a turd, needs a lot of love, but it's really, really fun. So we learned some stuff about our mass air deal. That was cool. And when I took it out for a ride, it really does have a noticeable amount more torque with that cold air. I can't wait to put the headers on there. We took out the air pump as well. There's those pathetic little headers in there. They're wee tiny little things. And we're gonna change the spark plugs tomorrow, do a couple other odds and ends, but it's gonna be a lot more fun. So we gotta clean up this one, you know. Guys, thanks for checking out everything with that one. That one's getting cleaned up as we go, and it's a process, guys. It's we're working on cars, dyno and stuff day in and day out, getting other jobs done, but this guy is a lot of fun. I want to be able to let these guys go out and take this thing out and beat it and have some fun with her, but we're off to a wonderful, wonderful start. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was an interesting quest. We got a lot more to learn about this weird bird. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you soon. Matt R., congratulations. You are the winner of the first giveaway. I thought your comment was hilarious, and it was perfect. You were saying that I sounded like Jesus and Fergie when I was singing in the Stingray video. So congratulations. Check your comment and on the reply. The next giveaway is going to be a 100-piece screwdriver set, along with some Fasterproms, all of our stickers, and a t-shirt signed. Please make sure that you guys are a subscriber to our YouTube channel and also a follower on Instagram. Each giveaway gets a little bit better, so stay tuned, my friends. God bless you guys. We'll see you soon. Get all the good poppers. All right, go get it. All right, guys, come on. Jerko, sit. Hey. Jerko, drop. Sit. Do it. All right. Oh, look at that tongue. So she said. Go get it.